Zerline set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave the tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
6 yards there on the keeper at second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave it. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson caught left side. It's Beckham. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Dobbins, touchdown, Baltimore. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson steps away to his left. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. Uses the stiff arm. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So good with the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. They'll roll him out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming back, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career. And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from the linebacker. It's like, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Hall again. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Running left, it's Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. Finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds. Down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Beckham goes in motion left. After the sack on first down, Jackson able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion left is Beckham. Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Hall again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 153 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 36, Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Give to Hall running right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. And all that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll go again with Hall. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. Got a man. It's Mims. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. They will take the 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. But now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 214 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
A give running right is Hall. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 54 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Ravens 35, Jets 28.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Man, 222 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call a timeout defensively. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Got it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 9-yard line.
There's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Wilson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line of game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and